It's time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's episode of Ink the Book Show. I'm going to be inking comics, so I'm not working on this computer right in front of me. I'm going to be working right in that room over there. So let's get to it, shall we? Just a sec. Oh, sorry, I'm here. I'm just trying to share my screen. Let's see. Here we go. Bazinga. As young Sheldon probably says. I saw probably 90% of that Big Bang Theory show for some reason. And I've probably seen 1% of Young Sheldon, which actually probably looks like a better show than the other one. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't got time for that. No mo, people. Because I'm inking comics. Or I'm coloring comics. I always say inking. I'm so used to saying inking still. But, hey, what's with the delay? There we go. Yeah, I'm trying to hit 20 pages this month. This is page 49, I think I said earlier. I'm trying to hit 20 pages. This will be my 9th page if I finish it. Maybe I'll be hit by a meteor before I finish it. I may have a massive heart attack. I could be kidnapped and burnt alive at the stake. I don't know. In this life, there are no guarantees. So I just got to beat the kidnappers and get this page done. And then I'll have 9 pages done this month, colored and lettered. So this is, I just lay in the flats. Look how sloppy I am, though. I don't give a fuss about nothing. Here we go. Here, let me kick this out of the room. And let me make that full screen. Okay. Make that solid blue because I'm going to color that vent some other color. Let's see. So he's coming. So I leave the last page open just so I have some reference. Here's one I finished yesterday. I finished 2 pages yesterday. I finished this one. And I finished this one. This is Charlie the Rat, who is a crow, which in the script he is never called that, but that is always what I call him. So I added a line where Bonehead calls him that. Anyway. And it actually helped the page work a little better for me, I feel like. I've added quite a few lines to the dialogue, and I think it's making it funnier. Stuff I didn't expect to do. Sometimes a panel doesn't call for any text or any dialogue. It was this one in particular. I did dialogue here. I didn't have anything planned, but I was like, he can't not be saying something. So I had him say something about Charlie the Red, who's a crow. And then he didn't have anything planned to be said here. I was like, he's got to be saying something there. You know what? I'm going to put down that music, the background music. I think I can live with it today. Some days it gets under my skin. But this day, there we go. There we go. Photoshop. There we go. So I need, guess what? Bit color. I'm just laying it flat. So if you look at my other pages, here, let me bring that down. If you look at my other pages, let's see, like this one. So I lay down flat colors, right? First, I just kind of like hack them into place. I start kind of like broad. So if you look at this page so far, I have my inks imported. Like I scan my page that I inked, and then I bring it into here, and then what did I do? So I duplicate the layer. This is my inks, right? Down here, layer 0. I'll duplicate that layer, and then I've got layer 0 copy. So that one sits on top of the colors, the second one, and I've changed that to multiply from normal. Because if it's normal, it'll just be black and white. I won't be able to see the colors in the middle. And this is just kind of like a backup, really, essentially. So if something happens to this artwork that sits on top of the colors, I can always copy, paste what I hacked out or like messed up or something, paste it and merge it into this layer. At least that's how I use it. This bottom, that's what I keep this bottom layer around for. Oops. And then two things. I always select my gutters. So you want to have contiguous selected. Otherwise, look, when you select the white, it'll select every bit of white. So I don't want that. So I have my selection tool. I click contiguous, and since all these panels should be closed off, sometimes they're not closed off perfectly, and I have to do the Alt select marquee and like hit the additional white inside the panel unselected. But otherwise, if all my panels are closed properly, it'll just select the panels, and then I copy paste that to its own layer. I make that my gutters layer. That way, and I put that way at the top. So then when I'm doing my colors, oh, let me change this back to multiply. There we go. So that makes the colors. That makes it so you can see the color through the black and white ink layer. And then, and the reason you do the colors below the inks, I might be obvious, because otherwise everything I do is going to be just sitting on top of the artwork. You want the artwork to be, you want the black stuff to be visible, but you want the white of the artwork to take a backseat to the colors. But then, see already, this color is like, it goes beyond the panels, and I don't want to worry about that so much. So, I guess I didn't go way beyond, but you can kind of see, like in my gutters here, that beige is extending out beyond the panel borders, because I just, to kind of like get my flats started, I always like look at the panel and say, like, okay, this panel is probably, because I don't want to leave anything accidentally white in the artwork. Like, I don't want like little spots, flecks, and things to get left behind. So I just want to throw down like a square of color on each panel, and I just look at like what I think the main color on that panel is going to be, to kind of like maybe save me some time. And I'll do that for each panel. Just make a marquee square and fill it with that color. And that's how I start each panel. And then I just start picking my other colors and hacking them in. So let's get to that. Cat says, face fuchsia wide eyes. I don't even know what that means, you crazy you. Cat's my human friend in real life. And she's got a little shop that she owns, and she's got a little business online where she makes jewelry and accessories. And I have a link in the description, sucker, and you get 10% off of your orders when you use the promo code in my description, sucker. Oh, she said she used an emoji, and I don't know, maybe it just doesn't show in my chat here. So what's new, Kat? How's lovely San, where the hell are you? You're in San Diego? No, Sacramento. I'm sure San Diego is right. I can think of another place. Sacramento treating you. You recently updated your logo and your kind of branding. It's real slick looking, by the way. Oh, by the way, her shop is My Craft. No, it's just Crafted, right? Is it My Crafted Studio, your website? It's hot as heck over in Sacramento, I hear tell. Is it crafted.com? She's got a big old laser cutter in her home that she makes jewelry and all kinds of cool stuff. Oh. So yeah, this is page 49. I finished 47 yesterday, and I colored all of 48 and lettered both of those pages yesterday. Around a full day at my day job. Sucker. So I'm probably mentally ill because I stayed up till 4 in the morning to do that. I've been really getting in the zone with the coloring. I just can't always stream anymore lately. There's always somebody home, and there's always a TV on or something. It just makes it difficult. I don't want to be telling my roommates to hush it. It's like right to the house too. Someone has been sitting on the domain for just crafted for years, not using it. Yeah, same with what was it? I think RyanO'Connor.com or something like that. So I inked this all by hand with a brush, and this top 3 panels, they're supposed to be more or less same. So I did a drawing of the panel. I'm pretty sure in a sketchbook I had, over the course of the book, I had 3 Bonehead sketchbooks, and I would kind of like do practice drawings of panels in the sketchbooks, and then kind of like finalize them on the art boards. Oh, music slowed down. Excuse me. You know what I need is tea. Did my voice slow down too? Is what I'm wondering whenever that happens. Let me see. At least the music sounds really slow to me all of a sudden. What was I saying? Some sort of thing. Is that it? Oh yeah. So for this I just drew the one panel, I think, for the background, and then traced it onto all 3 of these panels, and then just had Bonehead do his acting on top of the drawing in the background. So there. Secret busted. Okay, so that's the only place I need that color. What else do I need over here? Bonehead's face. Click on his face. Zoom on in. Oh yeah, let me, I'm gonna hit this button. You hear me click it? Soon you're gonna hear the hiss of tea being made. And I'm gonna go grab my mug because I left it at my other desk. It's a rumbling. That's like probably right up in your business too. So I'll move the mic for a minute. I don't know if that's much better. Tea bag in mug. All right, here is Bonehead's ugly mug. Speaking of, I don't want to spoil that. We'll see in 6 months. I don't want to talk about that just yet. It'll be a surprise. Let's see. So, what's going on? My mommy's birthday is tomorrow. She's turning the big 6-0. And I just went to my cousin's wedding this week. My cousin Taryn got married. And that was a great time. Though I missed the wedding. Oh, I gotta tell you all this. So I missed the wedding itself. So I slept in late that morning. And I woke up and I was like, I gotta get ready to go. But by the time I wanted to like hop in a shower. My roommate was in the shower, and I was like, oh man, I gotta go. So I went to my downstairs bathroom, and I kind of like washed in the sink real quick, and then like I was like, I'll go to my parents and I'll like clean up there or something. I got my suit together and split, and I was all alone. So I ran out the house, and what happened? So I went to my parents' house. They were already gone to the wedding. So I pulled in the driveway, and I was like, well, let me see if their door's unlocked. And I get out of my car, and I'm in a hurry though because I'm running late. So I'm not thinking. I go to not ring the doorbell because nobody was home. But I went to see if the door was unlocked, and I hear a I'm like, what the fuck? What was that? And I just look, and my car hit the garage door because I left it in drive because I was in a hurry. And then, oh, you know what? Something was happening. I thought somebody came home and I didn't realize it. No, I closed out of StreamYard on my other computer, and it just started playing an open tab of Norm Macdonald. I thought I was hearing Norm Macdonald, but I was like, who else in this house is watching Norm Macdonald? I was like, oh, I know what happened. Some interview. Anyway. So yeah, I hit my parents' garage door. And I tried opening it, and it wouldn't open all the way, but it let me into their house. So and then, oh, by the way, so like when I see my car has hit the garage door, I'm like, oh no, I gotta get into that thing and put it in park, get it out of the garage. But as I'm thinking this, it's like backing away. I don't know why in drive it was backing away. Like it was continuing to move backwards. And so I'm like I had to like catch my car as it's slowly rolling backwards and jump in and throw it in park. But then I Open the garage door. It only goes up like about half, and then it got stuck. But I get in there. I finish getting ready, and I try to close the garage door behind me, and it won't close because I wrecked it. And so I leave my parents' home exposed. But it's not a bad neighborhood, I guess. I wasn't too worried about it. And what happened next? So I'm driving to the wedding, and but I'm in a hurry, so everything's going wrong. I'm missing turns. This is happening. Everyone's in my way. Everybody forgot how to drive that day, and you know, typical being in a hurry stuff. And for a point, I just had to I get so mad behind the wheel sometimes. I got a temper on me when, especially when I'm by myself. I'm always like muttering and stuff. I'm always getting and it just keeps getting worse if I don't check it. So I was just like, dude, calm down. Just face the facts. You're not getting to this wedding on time. You're probably missing the wedding, but you're gonna enjoy the reception, right? Or is that what it's called? The party afterwards, right? That's the reception. Yeah. So I had to just tell myself, like, look, you're missing the wedding. That's the reality of what's happening now. Just get over it, and you'll be fine. And so I got to the church like with 10 minutes left of the wedding. So I just went to the place where they were having the reception, and we had a great time. Yeah, that was a blast. That was a great wedding. And now my cousin and her beloved are in old Jamaica. It's funny. My cousin's best friend. For years she's been with a guy also named Ryan O'Connor, and I'd hear about him over the years because she was always at our family parties. My cousin's best friend, and this color. Here we go. There we go. So for years I knew there was another Ryan O'Connor out there, but I'd never met him, and I saw my cousin's friend a couple times at the wedding, but I'm not like super close with her, so I don't think I said anything to her all night. But the wedding ended. We were all like everyone was starting to split up. The lights were on. Everybody was starting to clear out of the room, and then my brother Liam, he goes, "Hey, let me move the mic a little farther away from my face now that the kettle's gone." So my brother's like, "Hey, that guy's also named Ryan O'Connor." I was like, "Wait a minute, Ryan O'Connor's here. I've never met Ryan O'Connor." And then we catch up, me and my long lost name brother. Let's see. Right now. Do I want this one? And then what's funny is Liam was telling me, so my cousin's friend and her husband Ryan O'Connor had a baby. And they named him Liam. So Liam's like, my brother Liam O'Connor, like, yeah, so it's like we're both in his family or something. I don't know. And there's another thing. There was this guy at the wedding who looked just like an alternate version of Liam. My Liam. He was like, he had like kind of a wider face, and he might have been a little taller. He was wearing something totally different. But like at a glance, you'd be like, what the heck? That guy looks just like Liam. And so I think, so me and Ryan O'Connor got a picture together at some point. At the end of the wedding, when we met each other, got pictures together. And then I guess Liam and his doppelganger got pictures together. I think he had been hearing it throughout the night too. Like, hey, there's this guy here that looks just like you. But that was a fun wedding. That was so fun. That was a blast. And I mean it. Literally, the building exploded. What else in the world has happened? I know the summer is always just bonkers busy. July happened, I missed fireworks because I spent the day looking for my family. No, I went swimming and stuff, and I hung out with my family a bit. I am kind of floundering with my color palette right now, just because I'm gabbing. Do you plan out a color palette for the overall look before you start, or do you pick as you go and then adjust everything to be consistent? I think that's how a lot of people do flats. Is like there are flatting artists who just, and I think there's software for flatting where it just like kind of autofills the different shapes, different colors, and like Bonehead's face will be green, his shirt will be purple, and then I think the flatter just kind of like I don't know. Sometimes I think that's how flatter will submit it to the color artist or whatever. Sometimes, but just as long as it's all separated out, and then but I usually try to just like I'll lay in flat colors where everything is approximately what I want it to look like, and I don't know, I just kind of feel it out. I don't like Bonehead, his colors are pretty consistent throughout the book because I always pick from the last page I used him on, like as far back as the cover. So he should be like, the gradients might vary a bit because I just shift around the I just kind of go up and down a little bit for different shades. But essentially he should remain the same, pretty much the same color throughout the book. And then I just kind of like grab what feels right, and sometimes I change colors as I go. I gotta think about, so I know I want these tiles to be this color. And like I just know I want this machine to be maybe like a metal olive green or something. I want this floor to be like beigey. I want these walls to be like lighter blue than the last room. And I just kind of like picture it in my head and go from there. But I don't exactly. But once I kind of get a page in the scene, it kind of gets easier for the rest of the pages in the scene, because it's a lot of like picking and choosing the same colors from the last page. So like obviously this one kind of like is apart from the rest of this page, but once I got my colors like selected and established, they kind of permeate the rest of the page. And then the next page, I'm using a lot of the same stuff too. And then I always have these like dramatic pages or panels and like that. And I, for something like this, I always try and pick not necessarily bright colors, but I like having something that helps it look a little striking. Let's see. So I think there's just like like this little walkway in the middle of the room. And then the rest of the room is like tile. When I had that McDonald video playing in the other room, it really sounded like it was coming from downstairs. And I didn't hear them coming. It's only the fact that I was pretty sure I was hearing Norm Macdonald's voice that I was like, wait, it's got to be coming from my room. Because I'm a nerd. You know what I just watched yesterday? Well, not yesterday, the night before. Was Pete Holmes. It's called Faces and Voices, I think. One of his specials. I'd never seen one of his specials before, but I like how positive all his comedy is. He's very like anti-angry kind of comedy, and I thought that was kind of refreshing. He had some funny stuff in there. I've been watching a lot of I don't know if I talked about this already on a previous stream. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of comedy lately. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. What have I been listening to? Bill Burr, constantly. Only Broken, sort of sometimes by music. And I've been listening to, Bill Burr's Monday Morning podcast. I've been listening, I started at the oldest episodes. I know I've talked about this, but started at the oldest episodes, like dating back to the oldest ones available, that date back to like 2011, and he I don't think he's missed a week since. And at this point, I'm in the 2016 episodes, so Trump is being elected, and they're kind of facing that. They're like, what's happening? Why is the Hamburglar running for president? But what else? When I'm not listening to that, I'm listening to Might Be Drunk with Mark Normand. It's hysterical. Probably when he's not even trying to be. And Sam Morril is the other host of that podcast, and he's a pretty funny comedian too. I was watching. Yeah, Liam introduced me to Mark Normand, and I love that guy. And then who else? Sister introduced me to Nate Bargatze. Bargatze, I think he pronounces it. And he's got a special. I think he's got 2 specials on Netflix, and then he's got 2 audio ones on Spotify. And then I was looking at what is it, Amazon Prime or something? Yeah, it was Amazon Prime. He had another one that I hadn't seen. So I watched that earlier this week. And my stinking mother is turning 60 tomorrow, which means it's right around the corner for me, right? Let me finish coloring Bonehead. I just have to call its colors. See, that's Bill Burr's effect on me now. I keep doing that. I keep slipping into that Boston accent ever since I started listening to his podcast. Colors. Dude, he cracks me up on that podcast, possibly more than he does on his stand-up specials. I think a darker end of the spectrum of his face to fill his head in, just so. Geez, that looks kind of too dark. See, there it go again. Can't help it. I messed up. Thanks to old freckles there. Let's see. Here's a Bonehead. Maybe I'll color him. Oh, I forget which special it is. There's one where he's talking about blow-up dolls, and it's one of my favorite bits of his out of all his specials that I've seen, which I've probably seen most of them. I've seen most of them at this point. But that one kills me. It's such a good bit. Okay. And if I missed any little bit, I'll find out as I have this page in the shape. This one I chose the dark blue instead of a light blue for mood is all. So that's going to be background wall. Dark here. I almost said dark. Darker than other walls in this room. Just for the fact of making it look dramatic. Dramatic? Not that anything particularly dramatic is happening here, but it just feels right. This is handy. Let me get a thicker brush on here. How about you, Kat? You working on anything special? Well, I don't know if I said. So yeah, I'm trying to hit. I think I did. I'm trying to hit 20 pages, and it'll be my 9th. I'm a little. I think I'm catching up. I'm a little behind, slightly behind schedule, but I think I can do it. On the 7th, it was no, on the 5th. So tomorrow, not only is it my mom's 60th birthday, it's also my 7th year in this house. It was the best birthday present I ever gave my mom. And on the 7th, it was my godmother's birthday. Where did I put his teeth already? There. So it was my godmother's birthday. My Aunt Maureen. That's my mom's sister. And also my mom's best friend. But what do you call it? It was also my 20th work anniversary at my ding dong day job. I've been there 20 years. 20 whole years. 20 entire dang years. I'm only 35. I've been there longer than I haven't been there. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, you know what? I just realized my last shift, I saw a little package sitting on the counter this yesterday, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's one of those recognition pins for somebody, like for like an anniversary. And I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Somebody. And usually I open them up to see who it's for, And I think my boss, I'm just realizing now because I'm so dim, that my boss probably left it on the counter for me to open. And then when I didn't open it, I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't think he opened it. But he had to, I'll bet that was mine. What do I want to do with my life? I mean, for this color. Yeah. We all know the answer to the life thing. Work at my day job for another 20 years. No, I never thought I'd be at this place for 20 years. I thought I'd be making cartoons and babies by now. As a job. No, I don't know. I know I picked the bottom of his foot over here. And I need his shirt. Seating wind is also a light bluish color, but Bonehead's shirt is, at least in this book, is more of a robin zig blue. Which I didn't realize at first until on some other page. I was like, oh, I didn't realize how. Because if I was like, if I just went in and picked it off the rack, normally I feel like I'd pick more of a color like this. But you know, I think it is. I like the richness of the get hurt. Hey, fix your face. And I'll go back and zoom in later and get real nitpicky with all with how in the lines everything is. I won't focus on it right now. I won't focus on it right now, but let's see if we go blue everywhere. But I always do a pass where I get real nitpicky on each panel. I tend to go panel by panel usually. So otherwise, it's real easy to get all ADD all over the page. Every spot you see something, so I just try to go up and down, left to right on the panel, and kind of like real fine-tooth combing to So you might be wondering, what's this sign? Faffle. Faffle. Falafel? No. No, it says factory floor in my mind. My funky moment. Where I come from, that's just normal. I'm gonna clean this up and look at these other things. Yep. I don't tamper too much with the artwork, but every once in a while I do. On this Crossworks building, I had the name and the logo, but I pulled up the video on the cartoon that I made, and I liked that it looked a lot slicker in that than what I drew on this page. So I'll show you what I had. Let me hide that artwork. I'll hide the colors. Let me hide the shadows. So that's all I had drawn on the artwork, which is similar, but there's like a little inside or a little border line on the inside and outside of the logo. Because I was like, I know in the cartoon, that's what got me looking at the cartoon. So I was like, I know in the cartoon it looks more like the logo, the CW for Cruxworks, looked more like a skull. And I was like, it looked more like a skull. So I looked at the cartoon and I realized like I liked what I did with the logo way more in the cartoon. So I kind of gave it some space. I put more space between Cruxworks, the logo, and Poisons, and I added this line that I had in the cartoon building, and put the border on that, and I just thought it made it way slicker. So also these like big power stack. Even in the script I mentioned, there's like big, like kind of like Simpsons nuclear power plant stacks behind this factory in the cartoon. That I think I just thought that was a little too over the top or something, so I didn't put them in this drawing. But otherwise, the building looks pretty much just like this. Something. Music breakdown. Okay, his eyes there. Ouch. Right here. And wrong color. Every time I think I know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing. I went to a record shop with Liam the other day, the day after the wedding. Day after the wedding, so we went to record shop, and we're walking around a park. The next day we were just hanging out, and what did I get? I have a CD sitting on my desk here. It's an album my dad had when I was a kid. It's a band called Dada that are still together, the same three original members. I guess they haven't stopped being a thing this entire time, though they haven't put out an album, I think, since 2004. I just found this out last night, but this album is called Puzzle. It's their first one. It's got a song on it that I've loved since I was a kid, called Disneyland. Dizzknee land. And back in the 90s, there were these commercials that would come on all the time that were like you just won the Special Olympics or whatever it is. You just won the spelling bee. What are you gonna do next? And they'd be like, I'm going to Disneyland. It would always be somebody in this victorious moment of their life, and then they go, like some newscasters holding a mic in their face, like, you just stubbed your toe. No, that's actually more the spirit of the song. Like, I just ran away from home, now I'm going to Disneyland. I just flipped off President George, I'm going to Disneyland. And it's just like all this degenerate behavior. Like, what are you gonna do now? I'm going to Disneyland. And I know I listen. I don't remember it very well, the rest of the album, but I know I listened to it like in the past year, and I was like, man, this is a really good album. And I was surprised when I picked it up. Liam was like looking over my shoulder. He's like, hey, that's a really good album. I was like, you know this album? He's like, yeah, I like the song Dog on it. And I was like, I know I listened to it. I know I liked it like recently. So I haven't listened to it since I bought it, obviously. But so I bought it on CD. I just wanted to have it, I guess. And then I bought vinyl of, what did I buy? I bought Big Star, #1 record, which is a really good album. If you know the theme to that 70s show, hanging out down the street. I can't think of what it's called right now. That's by Big Star originally. Let me look up Big Star. Big. Some like notification had to pop up right when I was trying to type it in. I couldn't see what I typed so far. Big Star. In the Street. That song. And then there's another song they've got called September Girls. Those are the two I know off the top of my head. But that's a really good album. That's a great album. So I was like, I'm buying it. And I also bought Frank Black, Oddballs. I have another Frank Black album, Los Angeles. Let me see. I think that's the name of it. Oh, yeah. There's a song I called Los Angeles, I believe, but it's just called Frank Black. I think it's his first album under the name Frank Black, and that's the one I have. That's a really good album. I haven't heard anything off Oddballs, but I know Monopuff, the side project of John Flansburgh in the 90s, John Flansburgh of They Might Be Giants, he did a cover on an EP for Monopuff. He did a cover of Oddballs. I like enough Black or Pixies to gamble on that one. I don't consider it a gamble if I really like the artist. I've seen the Pixies live. I guess they're together again and stuff. When did I see them? I saw them like, it might have been on my birthday. It was at least, I think it was the week of my birthday. I don't know what year is it. I have no idea. In the past 5 years, but I feel like it was recently. But 2020 through 2022, 22. I can't remember if I would have seen it anywhere in there or not. Oh, didn't I pick this color? I probably did not. I must not have, right? Okay. What else is going on? Never been saying most of them. My one sister's turning 21 later this month. So that's bad news. A lot of big milestones this year. Sometimes with a simple panel, it's good to just like block it out. Like, it's like there's not a lot going on in this panel, so it'll be easy to just like knock out all the flats. If I would only let myself. Here, let me make this part more of a yellow. You're yellow. Water yellow? Oh, yes, I am. The part that's yellow. Don't you see me? Conveyor. How would the people know if not for the labels on this machine? No one would know what this guy was up to. Red lettuce. Oh man, he's got his mitts. What's the phrase I'm trying to say? He's got his hooks in me deep, man. I can't stop doing this. Lettuce. E Y O F click? What should click be? What color? What color ought click to be? I'm seeing blue. Like a light blue, and I'll give it a dark blue color hold on the outline later when I hit that face. So yeah, so I lay down the flats first, right? Next step is the shadows, and then I throw in a bunch of gradients, like on the walls, on Bonehead's face, on probably on Mort, a little bit everywhere, probably the floor, this machine. You know, I'll just throw gradients all over the place to make it look a little slicker. And then what else? And then I do a bunch of color holds where I change the ink color on certain things, like this blue. I'll do that. I know I'll do a color hold on these bottles and the liquid inside them. I'll do a color hold on, looking around, let's see, click, these little motion lines, I'll change those to different colors. So like, see the little exclamation things here? I can change those to red. I change these streaky lines to like a pink. There's his little motion lines. I change those to white. Like these little swoops. There's not as much on these pages. Oh, on the windows, the skyline, I made like a red outline. I can like bridge the gap between the purple of the buildings and pink of the sky. So color holds. Would you care to see one? I'll show how I do color because I feel like, okay, cat's out. Thank you. We're making it happen. Bye, cat. I love you. See you someday. So I'll show how the color hold part is done because I don't know when the last time I demonstrated that on this channel was. So I'll go. I'm on my ink layer. And then I select, oh, see, I'm still on contiguous with my selection tool, so I'm going to take that out. Oh, what a cutie. I give my regards to Mr. Ammann. So I'm deselecting contiguous, and that way when I select the black, it selects all the black in the whole wide world of this page. And then, let's see, let me put in, let's figure out what color I want this of the conveyor belt. You know what would be an easier decision right now? These boxes. Well, if I want to change it, I can always change it. So I'm gonna pick like a, because I know the bottles are gonna be like this part of the bottle is gonna be, the glass itself of the bottle is gonna be like a light blue. So I'm gonna pick something slightly darker. I think that's probably good for the outline. So let's make our color hold layer. So I've got all my inks selected. I hit layer. I'm gonna title it right off the bat. I was never good at naming my layers until I started making this book. I mostly just named my color layer, my shadow layer, my color layer. And then otherwise I don't get too tripped. Let's see. I got my color holds layer with all my inks still selected. So now I'm basically drawing a color on top of my inks, right? A layer on top of my inks. So I need a brush. My brush really good. You know what? I am gonna go. Just like everything else, I'm starting sloppy, but then I'll refine it. You know, yeah, I'll refine it. Because that liquid on the inside is going to have a different color to it. So I'm not trying to color that. I'm not trying to color my panel borders. But something I've found, I don't know that I've seen other artists do this when they're coloring and doing this kind of stuff. But I found that I need to is after I throw down all my, and this will also kind of explain why it's good to have this backup ink layer at the very bottom, so that I don't touch that at all. I just leave that there. But so as I'm putting down these color holds, Jimmy Joseph, sluggish. It's not reacting. Oh, you know what? I'm okay. Now I know it. Color holds. So okay. So I'm laying down all my bottle color. Let me just leave it at that for a minute. And select. So here's what I've found. Okay, I didn't even get all that, but if I zoom out, it's not even as bad as it can be right now. Like, it's not bothering me so much here, but this line work, when I zoom out, often with the black behind it, underneath it, looks really grimy. These lines look really grimy. And I don't know if it would print that way, but it looks bad to me on the screen, so I don't want to risk that. So what I do after I put all my color holds in for the page, I'll go back in, I'll hide the color hold layer, and just erase. Jimmy. I'm on the color. So I'll go back on the ink layer, and I'll erase the inks right on out. And now, I obviously I wasn't done, so I don't want to exactly do it yet for reals, but just for demonstration, I just want to erase it out. And I've still got the ink there for the color hold. And it'll be a cleaner line. You might be able to tell, you might not. This line now looks cleaner than this, which looks kind of gritty. There's kind of black hiding underneath the blue. and it should be perfectly matched, really, if I fill it in. But even still, it always looks really grimy to me. So I erase it out. So, you know, then if I get a lot of color holds, even if I've got barely any, I've got a bunch of ink missing on this panel. On this layer, a lot of the black and white original ink is missing. So say I erased stuff I didn't mean to, or whatever, like as I go, I've still got my backup layer here that I can borrow from. So underneath the colors, everything's still there. So if I hide this layer that ink layer that I'm working on, I've still got my backup way down here. So I can always like copy. So say, oh man, 1,000 moves ago, I erased this and I can't undo that much. And I just realized I didn't even mean to do a color hold on that, let's say. So I can copy and then go back above my working ink layer. Let me hide this just so you can see. So here's my working ink layer. I'll go onto that one and then I'll do paste. I'll paste the layer above it, and I can just make that multiply, and then just like this ink layer, multiply, set to multiply, blending mode. And then I can just select both of them and merge them. Merge layers. So that's a right click, merge layers. Ouch. Oh, you know what? I gotta hit multiply again. So there we go. So that's kind of the how and why, some of that of what I'm doing here with color holds. Okay, so let's go back to this layer, and I'm gonna select the blacks again, so they're all selected. Still got that color brush. Well, yeah, I don't really want to work on my color holes too much right now, because I'd rather have the flat colors in, and then I can see what colors I want for the color holds and stuff a little better. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm getting done. Yeah, and it won't show up the right color if you're doing it on this layer because it's set to multiply. So if I'm like, wait, why doesn't that look right? Because I'm on the wrong layer with different blending. But yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about color holds right now. I just wanted to show how that part works, because that's a trickier thing that I think a lot of people don't know. So we select, go back to coloring this panel. Click! My favorite Adam Sandler movie. Not really, but you know, it's one of them. Actually, in the hotel, after the wedding, the next morning, my one brother left. It's kind of how me and Liam got to hanging out. We we checked into a hotel, and we rented a hotel. We checked into a hotel, and my brother, his fiance, my brother Mike and his fiance, and then my other brother, my infamous brother Liam, and I checked into a hotel. And my brother and his fiance left before us, and me and Liam just kind of were hanging out, and they had. I'd never seen it before. What's the Adam Sandler movie called? Grown Ups, I think, right? Yeah, Grown Ups. Was playing, and then it ended, and Grown Ups 2 started playing, and there was some funny already. I don't like finalizing anything. You just throw in the colors first. So on O and on. Now the audience knows that this machine is on the on position. Yeah? Isn't it? And it is no longer, as he has pushed it up apparently, it is no longer off position. OFF spells off. So that's what this says. And give this machinery like stitches, which I think I got from Vader then. There's some like building that they were in, at least in one episode, where the walls were all like patched together. And I always do these like patchy. I like doing patchy surfaces. It was just kind of like rough together after material was on hand. See, I got the floor like that. Let's see. Okay, click. I'm gonna try and get this one all tightened up. I don't think it's too bad right now. And the flats on this panel will be done. Next. Okay. And then, gradients and shadows comes next. I say that line of click would probably be darker blue. Is what I was deciding earlier. Oh, you. And I will always love you. this song by this guy named Dan Reeder that I really like, called Clean Elvis. Where it's kind of insane. I think that guy is insane, but he writes all his songs, he makes all the instruments that he uses, and he does the artwork for his albums, and it's like an older guy. I find him kind of fascinating, but I don't know a whole lot of his music. I know a handful of his songs, but he's an interesting guy. But Clean Elvis is my favorite one. I think flats or flatted, where he's not a whole lot going on. Which is what makes it a good one to start with. I've got like at least a sixth of the page flatted, solid. Up here, since all three of these are the same, more or less. Should be a devastating job to get all three of these knocked out. I don't know what these things are. Just general wall. Get up. Generic wall dressing. The time is now 1:26. And you're not welcome here. Leave. Please leave. Please leave. Leave, or I'm calling the authorities. Leave. Go away. Oh, here's somewhere where I don't know why I'm saying that. Here's somewhere where it looks like I erased part of it. Yeah, I know I did, because there was I'm not even gonna copy and paste from layer 0, because I know there was something kind of gunky there that I was trying to erase, but I'm going to try and clean up that one a little bit so it doesn't look all smoky edged. So it doesn't look so deliberately like I erased there. Not that you will be able to even notice when I zoom out, but GPUs. And when I go into the line artwork, a lot of times I use the pencil tool rather than the brush tool, because I want it to match the hard pixel of the inks that I already have. There we go. So that'll be better. Going back to the brush. Go back to this yellow color. Go back to my color layer. I didn't do 3 sets already, did I? Where have I been going? hour and a half. I'll keep it up. I never see you no more. I never see you no more, internet. I never see you no more, YouTube, Twitch stream. No? Breaks my little heart. Spazzy decisions. Like that color for my factory floor sign. You know what? I've got a decision because old Mort down here is wearing a hard hat, and I don't know why this occurred to me when I was drawing a character in one of my sketchbooks with a hard hat. It occurred to me that I should make him with a white hard hat instead of a yellow one, the other character. He's a safety inspector. I don't know why that was in my head, but then I looked it up, and that was correct. I think this was a stream I did where I was just designing a Bonehead type character from thin air. A blue little squid guy who's a safety inspector. I gave him a white helmet. I looked it up, and let me look, because I'm wondering if I made a cartoon of Bonehead somewhere on my YouTube channel. It's there. And Mort's in it wearing a yellow hard hat. But now I'm thinking it maybe should be white. Let me look up white hard hat. I saw a white hard hat meaning white for managers, foremen, engineers, or supervisors. Green is for maybe the freaking safety inspector should have been wearing a green one. Green for safety inspectors, new or probationary workers. Yellow for general laborers or earth-moving operators. Brown for those involved in high-heat applications such as welders. Blue for carpenters, electricians, and other technical operators. You know what? I'm going with yellow for old Mort there. I think. I mean, Metropolis is not of America. You need some kind of pseudo-America. All I know is you don't see guys like this running around. So I think the rules. You know what it really is? I think I'm going to give him a yellow hard hat because it will look better with his red face. So just aesthetically, and I think it'll just work better. So that's how that decision got made. Stick with yellow. And if I did ever put that Lorenzo Shapley was the name of the squid that no, he's an octopus. that I designed a little octopus with glasses and a mustache. And I made him up just to kind of like show how I design characters for Bonehead when I'm thinking about it. And not that I've ever used him in Bonehead or needed him. If I ever needed a safety inspector, yeah, he's my guy. He's just in my back pocket. I need that guy. But if I ever used him, I think I would still give him away. I don't know, it just feels right. Leave me alone. But the thing you can take away is at least I know that there are different color hats for different color jobs, and that's a good thing to know. It's kind of like in Scrubs, the show Scrubs with Zach Braff and Donald Faison, one of my favorite shows of all time. But there is like all the medical staff wear blue scrubs, all of the surgical staff wear green scrubs, and all of the nursing staff wear pink scrubs. And I don't think that's represented in actual hospitals very much at all. And also there's like what do you call it? What are they, interns or something? There's like another branch in the background sometimes that wear red scrubs, blue scrubs. Not interns, it's like I can't think of the word. It starts with an M, but yeah. But I think that was just like an aesthetic, kind of like a not quite a storytelling device, but it was like just a inform the audience device kind of. It was kind of like it's implied that, like, even if you don't directly realize it, you probably in the back of your mind pick up on the fact that, like, oh, she's a nurse and he's a surgeon, just by looking at them. Even if you're not like fully conscious that you're picking up on that. Stuff like that can be better than exposition, having to verbally explain everything on screen sometimes. Like, hey, Carla, you're a nurse. What do you say you, me, and some of the other surgeons over here go get pizza after work? Whatever they say on that show. It's not a thing anyone ever said on that show. Oh, but they didn't have to, because you already knew that they were surgeons. By the color of their scrubs. What else is going on in this world? I need to make Floa. This a lot more thoroughly later. Let me just get something flat slated. Okay. So this is the tile part of the floor. It's kind of beigey color. Beige. And then there's this like pathway. Okay, I think I like that. I might need to make it like whoa, holy smokes. That might be fun. I'll allow it. So I imagine this little trackway kind of goes down the middle of the room. And you'll notice, like, if you try to, like, make a floor plan of the rooms that my characters are in, I don't really do that. I just, like, try to keep, sometimes, I mean, I loosely try to keep a room straight in my mind as I'm going, but if I have to betray it for some reason, I'll betray it. And it's kind of whatever the shot needs, I'm just going to draw. So, like, I don't know. The room doesn't always necessarily make sense panel to panel. I mean, there shouldn't be any glaring, like, if I think about it and it's like a real, like, obvious, like, hey, that wasn't there a second ago, I'll try not to do anything like that, but sometimes the room can shift over the course of pages. Like, I know later on there's a lengthy portion of this book that is in a laboratory. It's like it's in this one room for like pages and pages, or it keeps coming back to this room or something like that. And it's like it wasn't so important to the story that it be continuously. So I just needed like tables or something in the background. I don't get too meticulous over the layout of the room here all the time. So why don't I? Oh yeah, I'll just kind of like I'll do some shadows and gradients on these panels once I finish throwing these colors down. And because you know how like I said at the end, I'll get nitpicky and like fix all this like little messy stuff. But I'll spare that for this stream. I'll just I'll go into doing some shadows and gradients on one of these, and then I'll probably call it a stream. Oh dear. There we go. It's gonna go much faster. Bazinga, 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 bazinga. Oh, if I wasn't clear about that earlier, that was the reason I brought up Big Bang Theory earlier. For some reason, I don't know why, I always say bazinga nowadays. I've watched most of that show, but I would not say that is one of my. It's not like it's dreadful or anything, but I would say it's one of my favorite shows. It's not one I would make time for today. How about that? Like, I would go back in and watch Scrubs here and there if I needed something to watch. Scrubs might come up. If Scrubs came across my nose, I'd be like, hit me. Because I do truly love that show. Big Bang Theory, I've seen what I need to see. You know, I don't need it. Take it or leave it. Okay. So like I said, I can get nitpicky with it later. Let's throw in some shadows. Let's add my shadow layer. So here's shadows. I had the house with 7 H's. And then there's like little bits that are just gonna bug me. So shadows. Shadow Leia. Shadow Princess Leia. Then I'm gonna pick a purpley color. Okay. A darkish purple. And then I'm gonna bring the opacity down to say about 40, 39. It's usually what I land on for some reason. And then I'm gonna zoom in. Look at how messy those colors are. I'm gonna brush down. So I'll fix that later. I just wanna get into the shape. Do I do maybe I do a multiply? No, I don't think I do. Why does it not look right? Maybe it's right. Let's take a look. Oops. Yeah, I guess for some reason it didn't look like what I've been doing. Right. So I always kind of like giving this little shadow on the back corner of his head. All these, like, I get so spazzy. Like, I want to just jump back and forth between cleaning this stuff up and doing shadows, which is usually how I'm working. I'm literally like bouncing back and forth, back and forth. But I'm right now just trying to focus on drawing down the shadows. Okay. Sometimes I'll do a little bit under his eyebrows, not always. See some there. I will fix that. Eventually I will. Alright. Just give me a break. take it with a grain of salt and a pound of sand, and you can just, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see. Ouch. I have to do this for 3 p.m. You know what? It helps it. Okay? It just helps it. It helps it exist. You know? It's a little more I don't know, in the world to just do these streaks of shadows. Okay, so I don't know what these are. Pieces of paper. Are they 3-dimensional? I'm gonna say they're not. That's my decision. I'm sticking to it. Oh, look at that. That's a wreck. That's not even a shirt color. That's the wall color. I didn't even get them. That I gotta go. So, like I said, if the background color is a light blue, I will forget that he is not colorblind. Even though he's more of a Robin Egg blue in this book. His shirt, that is. Since it's driving me mad. I promised I wouldn't do this. I promised I wouldn't worry about this right now. Oh, look at this. Look at this one. I swore I was off the stuff. Okay, anything else? His body, the top of the baseboard, what little there is, maybe the side of that corner and the side of the drinking fountain. Side of the sign, under the sign. Okay, there's some shadows yet to be done. Huh? So, Jasper John's over here. Jasper John, it's been an exclamation that I use since high school. I don't know why. Like, somebody's head falls off in front of me, I'll probably go, Jasper Johns. I don't know why. It was just something I started saying when I was a teenager. Jasper Johns being the artist who did all that, the American flag art. And the numbers, I like this stuff. Put some shadow on the wall underneath his thingies. Top of the baseboard. I'll do behind this, I almost said sink, water fountain. There's already a black shadow. And you know, that this will add a lot to your drawings, I think. If you're putting little drop shadows under stuff and behind stuff, do I have examples? So behind the water fountain, underneath this conveyor belt, there's a flat surface going this way. But the drop shadow, there's a little drop shadow behind each of these bottles. It's subtle, but it's like normally I would do one under this little switch. Let's see, behind Bonehead here. His little, like, his far leg. Let's see, what about another? There's one at the base of the lockers. It's better you can see. I think that adds a lot to, like underneath this handle. These aren't the best examples of it. Oh, underneath this this thing. It just kind of like helps add weight and presence to the object. Like sometimes if like say his hand goes across his chest, I'll throw a shadow across his chest underneath his arm or something. It can add a lot. I feel like it once I started doing that, it added a good bit to my drawings. I'm on the razor. I'm gonna make that a strip, like a deliberate corner. All right. What else? I said the side of the drinking fountain. See, and I'm using the same color for all the shadows. Sometimes, you know, I'll go for some instances, I'll need a shadow in the middle of a shadow or something, and I'll just go darker with the purple and just, I'll show you. I don't use it too often so far anyway, but just make a darker version of that purple. And oops. Yeah, I don't like the way that was looking. and then look between it and the wall. It's just the color. Sure. All right, and then is that? Oh, I know. I actually do want to do this base of this wall. And I think that's all the shadows I really want for this panel. I think I made my rounded archway, or rounded, yeah, archway. So yeah, that's all the shadows I really need for this. I'll do one more thing. One more thing. From here, I'm gonna kind of give this, the like there's like little rivets. Is that the word? Rivets? Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't think so. But like little separated, not planks, but sections of the walkway. And one last, so then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to my color layer. I'm gonna start adding gradients, and then this panel will be more or less done. Aside from getting in close and with all my base colors. So let's see. Start with this floor. Just pick the color for both ends of the gradient. And if you're looking for the gradient, okay. Got your paint bucket tool. You just hold it. Or right click. Let me see. Yeah, right click. Gradient tool is hidden in there. Let me go back into it. So here's pull up your color picker, kind of gradient editor. So I'm gonna go on this end. I'm gonna go darker, and you can mess with the opacity by clicking these upper ones. I don't really need to mess with them, but you can change it anywhere from 0 to 100 and it'll be transparent. So, so one end it's transparent, the other end it's not. But I don't need that. But also that'll only work if you have this transparency thing checked up here. Transparency option. I just wanted to share that because I did not know that, and I was wondering why the transparencies weren't showing up when I was needing to use them on gradients for a while. And I think it was one of my last streams. I was like, oh, I had that unchecked. How long have I had that unchecked? Anyway, let me go back into the nesting. So I have a dark end and a light end. I want to pick continuous because I only want to work one
Yeah, I only want to work one panel at a time. But that means I gotta pick all the individual parts. Or if it's really complicated, I don't want to go in and pick all the individual parts. I could do contiguous and have them all selected, and then I would just pick my Mark II tool, hit Alt, and deselect that, and everything in this panel is selected. Okay, so now back to my gradient. Are we learning things today? Am I a good teacher? Let's see. Now let's pick some wall colors. Okay, and then I'm gonna have it be a little darker at the bottom, maybe a little lighter at the top. And we're gonna pick the walls. I'm gonna go back to contiguous. Oh geez. Oh, you know what? It's connected inadvertently. Like when I made all those squares, they're touching behind the gutters. So I am gonna still have to do Alt Mark to get those out of there. And well, wait, see around the color holds on the white there? It looks all grimy, gritty, gross. Because I didn't erase that black underneath it, so I'll want to do that eventually. If not, post haste. So let's go back to gradient, and then let's see. The light end is going to be at the light end gradient. Be at the start of my line. The dark is at the bottom, and I want the dark to be on the bottom of the big chip. Oh wait. Why is it doing the watercolor color? Wait, what's happening? Why is it affecting the color of the waterfall, which is a totally separate color? Why is it, like, why is it selected? Did I color it on a different layer? Man, so always happens that confuses me. Alt. This isn't blue, so why is let me hide all of my layers. But I'm just trying to select blue. Oh, what did I do? Select blue. Why is it including this? It should be excluding this. Like, if it gets this, I get it. Oh, I have a really high tolerance right now, so let me change it down to 5. Let's try this again. So you gotta watch those, what do you call them? Specs or something? Watch your selections and preferences or whatever as you go. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with mustard. Oh, yeah. That's a wall. That's a wall you'd want to stare at. Okay, now I'll do Bonehead's little noggin. And the cutie. One end, other end. So I'm gonna go a little darker. Okay, and then green. I think on this wall back here, I'm gonna do a gradient, and then I think I'm done for this tree. Something. So I'm gonna go a little darker. I can't. Stuff just like gets into my brain and will never leave. Oh, I didn't diesel. Gradient. Goes down. Yeah, that's a little more subtle. Okay. What? Maybe I should do these yellow things too. I don't know if that's all that necessary. Why does it look like it's reversed? Oh, because I was doing it backwards from what I wanted to do. No, I was doing it right. Okay. That's too dramatic for that. I don't know why I need to make that super dramatic. Okay, fine. All right. This is how you make comics, I guess. The thing. Ain't it grand? Are you as happy as I am? Are you as excited as I am about this? All right. Well, anyway, I'll be back when I can be back, and I won't be back when I can't be back. But just know, either way, I love you, and I wanna be there for you. But sometimes I'm over here, on the other side of the world, and can't do a stream. Anyway, take care, everyone. Be good to your mother. Don't do drugs. Eat your veggies, and time for a nappy nap. Goodbye. I love you.